Episode 11 of the Third and 10 podcast. What's going on, boys and girls? I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen, joined by my co host and my good buddy, Brian Germinaro. Brian, happy Thursday to you, man. How you doing?
I was unaware we had to dress really, really ugly today because that's probably what the Giants are going to do week one.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, we're talking about the Giants actually did release the uniform. So, the episode that we recorded before on Monday, when we were going to talk about the uniforms, it actually happened, but we'll break it down. So, honestly, just kind of bad titling on my part. But regardless, at the end of the day, uh, there's more important stuff to talk about when it comes to the Giants. So we'll talk about the uniforms today. We'll also talk about the schedule release. The Giants got their official 2024 schedule released yesterday, so we'll break into that. Also, Hard Knocks. The Giants are going to be in that for the first time. So much for
Different
John
kind of
Mayer.
hard knocks.
That's right. It's a different. It's not the usual training camp one. So we'll look into that as well, and then we'll break down the rest of the NFL schedule release slate and the not one but two video game reveals coming out today as well. So a lot to break down, and we just might as well get right into it. I know we have like our show is third and 10, and then we have three downs or three segments, but it's to the point where we have like a lot of stuff to talk about. So we'll see how
We'll
goes.
get a drive going. We'll get a drive. We'll get it on the first down. We'll move the chains. Move the chains.
I like that. But yeah, we'll start with first down, presented by SeatGeek. Use the code BELLYUPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek, the best place to get your tickets at the best price. They always make sure you also get value with each ticket. So shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring our first segment. As you guys know, is known as first down. All right. Let's just address the elephant in the room before we even talk about the good stuff about the Giants. So let's see. Where were you, Brian? Because I think it was 6 or 7 my time, so it's 10 o'clock your time. What were you doing last night around that time? If you want to reveal it, of course.
I was watching The Pacific on Netflix. If you haven't watched, it's a great show.
Okay, The
About
Pacific.
The Marines in the Pacific Theater fighting Japan during World War II. Very, very interesting. It's kind of like you ever seen Band of Brothers?
I have not.
Band of Brothers, it's the same thing. Just instead of in Europe, they're in Japan. Very cool show. Very cool show.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably look into that. I looked it up right now on Google, so some tickets. I have that to watch, and the Lawrence Taylor of Football Life. Those two, I got it.
Watch that one first. Watch Lawrence Taylor Football Life first. That's pretty good.
Fair enough. Let's see. At that time, as you were watching the Pacific, I was finishing dinner. I was in front of my laptop. I was taking notes for the schedule because I was like, okay, look at the schedule, notes to talk about for today's show and everything. And then I get the tweet from the Giants saying, "Oh, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time," and then they show like a hype video for like 10 seconds. Yeah. And I was like, okay, we got something. Are we gonna be disappointed again? Maybe, but it has to do something with the uniform, considering it showed the player decked out in gear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up today, I get a text from you, and keep in mind, I'm like barely waking up. So like, I'm just like, I saw the text. I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, what did he send me? And I looked at it again. And I was like, what the heck are we thinking? And then I went to go, get ready for the day. And I come back out and I look at it again. And I'm like, I tried to like it because I was like, okay, you know what? As a Giants fan, Brian, as Giants fans,
mm-hmm.
we have to try to find the positives.
Yeah.
But I really looked at it. What is this? Okay,
that's just, oh my God.
Wait, actually, are these even it? These aren't even it. Why is it red pants? These are the red pants. No.
Those aren't it. No, there they are.
There they are. What is this? Like, okay, here's the thing.
We stole Michigan's helmet.
But basically, the pants look like complete piss. Or crap, depending on how you look at it. The jersey, Go ahead. I
Okay, so
say.
I'll go. So I saw it was 9:58. I was on my laptop. I was looking for stuff to write about for the day, doing jobs, stuff like that. And I found oh my god, it's 9:58. Let me get the Giants Twitter account. The jersey's coming out soon. And I see the video, and it's kind of hard to make out the whole jersey in the video. So I saw the pants and the jersey. I'm like, oh, those are ugly. But I saw the helmet, and the way the helmet looked, it was just red. I'm like, okay, an all red helmet. That's kind of tough. I can kind of get behind the all red. That's the one part of this jersey I'll like latch onto. I'll defend the way. Yeah, you couldn't really in the video. You couldn't really see like it kind of looked like that. The second picture.
Okay, got you. Like it,
Like kind of
like
see
from
how
that
you
view, yeah.
you can't see the blue in that picture.
But then
So
once you,
I saw that angle. I'm like, oh, this whole thing's bad. This whole thing is bad. So that's why I texted you, Richie. Like, I don't know how I feel about these. And then I saw the whole release. I'm like, oh, these are some of the ugliest jerseys I've ever seen. I remember seeing this as like a leak, like
hmm
week 10 or something. And I'm like, these are such a joke. There's no way these are going to be our jerseys. And here we sit a few months later, and we now have to somehow root for this team while they're wearing the ugliest jerseys I've ever seen. And I'll tell you my biggest issue with these jerseys
okay.
is that the Giants didn't have to do this because the Giants already had legacy jerseys. Don't forget that. The Giants have playing with throwback jerseys for the past couple seasons. These new jerseys off those because the fan base likes those. Don't come up with this weird red, like 1930s Great Depression crap.
You know, I it's just the pants. The pants just ruin it.
Just
The pants just ruin everything. The socks are fine. The helmet, if there's one thing we could get behind, it's the helmets. Like, yes, they do copy Michigan style, but I understand the concept of why they did it that way because it does represent the 1938, which is fine. It looked hideous in the old times, but
back then.
like back then it looks bad. But on this modern look, it's okay. The jersey, I understand that
Montreal Canadian
too.
jerseys. They look like the Montreal Canadian
That's
jerseys.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's a hockey team that looks similar to that, and it is the Canadians, and it goes hard. No, it doesn't really.
It
I
doesn't. It really doesn't.
give it like a 4 out of 10. That's being generous. And then we have Thibodeau, my guy. This is our guy, Brian, and he's showing off the pants and the socks, and he looks so hyped. But it's
He
just
had to be
so
hype, but like,
it just looks so bad. And
yeah. Like the socks look like hockey socks. I think those are the exact socks the Montreal Canadiens wear.
it's- you know, I was upset when they didn't release new uniforms on Monday, but it was
Back on
fine
Monday.
because we got the patch, and that was fine. Like, sure, it was a big, considering the hype behind the whole um announcement that was made over the weekend. That's why I was upset. But like, we looked at the patch and we're like, okay, like it makes sense. The detail of it, it looks great. But they didn't have to do this. And it's because you already released a patch. That was enough for us. And then
Put the patch on legacy jerseys.
yeah, which is gonna look nice.
That will look nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if our viewers have seen what the legacy uniforms look like. But trust me, if the Giants decided to just not even release these uniforms today and just be like, okay, the legacy ones are gonna be the ones that we're gonna wear for to represent our 100th season, maybe with a different helmet or whatnot, then that would have been, fine with us. I'm not sure if I can pull it up, but the point is,
You can change up a little bit, but like you didn't need to make this massive new jersey. You could just kind of tweak the new jersey, like maybe put a little bit more red on that jersey if you want to
yeah,
do some red. You
and look
know?
how look how nice that is. Look, the
Yeah.
blue, um, The helmet looks great with the Giants wording like across the sides. Uh, look at our guy Isaiah Simmons right here. Look, he looks amazing.
Yeah.
Along with McKinney and screw those guys. But the point
Mhm.
is, that looks nice. It really does. Like this is something. Maybe red pants. If it was red pants on these uniforms, I would be behind it. If it
Mhm.
was, I don't know, blue
More
pants. All
more red in
blue.
the helmet, maybe. Maybe have like the all red helmet with like Giants written across it or something like that.
Yeah,
That
there
would
you
be
go.
cool.
But now we're stuck with the piss poor uniforms. That is, yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know what else to say about it other than it just looks like I don't know.
They failed. The Giants have
They
failed their
failed.
100th season. Wellington Mara is rolling over his grave right now because we are yet again everybody's joke.
I don't know who made these uniforms, but
Get fired.
yeah. And it's honestly for me, it's really just the pants that just ruin everything. Cause we know we're a bad team, but they don't even gotta dress like it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I saw the announcement yesterday, they were legit edging me. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, you edged me on Monday, and now you're edging me again. Okay, and now, you,
Disappointment.
and you basically, it's the equivalent of you edging me, and then all of a sudden you just finish in like 2 seconds. That's how disappointing it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why I even brought that up, but the point is that's how sad I am. This team's
It's sad because there's always an excitement when you get the new uniforms. Like, oh, awesome! Like new uniforms, a new look. Let's
yeah,
go. And then you get that, and you're just like, it's kind of like the TikTok sound where it's like it could be a new Ford F-150. Oh, it's rice. That's how I felt. It's like, oh my god, the excitement of like, what could this mystery box be? It could be, a new car, a new house, a boat. Oh, it's a can of rice. Oh,
or a can of beans, or
can of
just
beans, box of rice. I don't know.
it's okay. Thankfully, the Giants will only wear these at. Oh, actually,
They should wear these once and then light them on fire and never wear them again.
they
My
did say
buddy from
they're gonna wear at least twice.
oh god, my buddy from school asked me how much money it would take for me to wear that jersey to every home game I go to, and I said I would need enough money to never work again because I'm not shaming my family by wearing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be caught dead. Um, yeah, I would. Money's great and all,
I need enough money to never work again. Never work again. Because
especially the full uniform itself. It's gonna take a lot for me to put that
I
on
think he
myself.
just meant the jersey, but still.
Yeah, even the
I
jersey.
wonder if
It's
those
just like
jerseys are on sale
this.
right now.
They're not. Thank God. They're probably
Sale
thinking
yet?
like, did we mess up?
No, not on sale yet. Damn, I want to see them on sale.
Me
I want to know
too.
how much. I want to know how much they're charging for them. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. They have the helmet with the patch on it.
Swear.
It's like a desk helmet, like a mini helmet, like $40.
Oh, I
That's
might.
okay.
Ooh.
I don't hate that. I kind of like that.
Oh, that looks nice. Actually, I see it.
Yeah.
$40. That's not bad. I take that. Oh man, $400 for the real one.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh man, price range. Price range. Um. Yeah, it's okay. We're. Thank God it's a 1 year thing.
Could
But
you imagine these are our new uniforms?
I would probably. If that was the case, we would start a petition.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have to.
Good job, Giants.
Have to.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, grade. I give it.
Give it a D. Straight up D.
I was gonna say, yeah. From a scale of 1 to 10,
2.
I was gonna be generous and give him a 4, but
2.
like I'm just trying to be optimistic as I can. When in reality, I'm not
Like,
doing it.
I respect that, but I'm gonna sit here and call as I see it. These are. I didn't love the Met City Connect jerseys. I'm like, it can't get much worse than that. Oh, it did.
If you compared the Met City Connect to the Giants uniforms today,
I Connect look like amazing.
Man, dude,
They're the best.
Connect looks like they're geniuses.
And the biggest problem with the Connect jerseys is just like Yankee jerseys. That's my big issue with them.
Other than that,
Fine.
looks fine. Yeah, that's what it is. Alrighty. Yeah, let's move on. Second down, second segment of the day, presented by Yeet Sunglasses. Use the code BELLYUPPOD for 10% off your order. Shout out to Yeet Sunglasses. High quality materials, affordable for everyone to get, and they look stylish as heck. So shout out to Yeet for sponsoring the second segment, also known as Second Down. All right, let's go to more happier topics, huh? Let's go to something that we actually are excited to talk about because, like I said, I did not expect anything uniform-wise before 7 o'clock my time last night. Woke up today disappointed as hell. That's okay because there's better stuff to talk about, and the Giants have officially their 2024 schedule released yesterday. I do kind of dislike how people are leaking the games a lot because it just
I did hate
everything.
that. Yeah, I was kind of excited to watch the schedule reveal. Then when I saw it, I think you sent it to me I don't know 4 yesterday. Here's the entire schedule. I'm like, oh, okay, now I don't have to watch that now.
Yeah, it was when I saw it, I was just like, okay, well, it would be good for Brian to have it, but at the same time, it's already spoiled for us anyways, and it's just like, what's the point? That's why the NFL is kind of dumb how they make us wait till 8 p.m. Eastern time for us to see this whole schedule when they could just give it to us straight up at midnight. Be like, hey, here's your team schedules, here's the games, boom. There's no point for ESPN or NFL Network to have a show just to talk about the schedule.
I mean, they can, but it could be a breakdown of the schedule. Okay, we get the schedules at noon Eastern time. Schedules are released 8 o'clock that night. You've had all the analysts sit down, digest the schedule, and then they talk about it. That's something you can do. Now, I'm not sure how many viewers that's going to get, but you're going to get enough NFL fans watching that you could get solid ratings or something like that.
Not to mention, actually the Giants are losers 2 days in a row because the uniforms suck today. Their schedule release video wasn't even a schedule release.
No.
Okay, you're supposed to show the schedule. And instead, you release a video asking people on the street, do you know what a schedule release is?
Yeah, no.
Guys, what are we...
look what the Chargers did. Look what all these teams do. They always have, fun with it. The Giants have always had boring ones. I remember, 1 year, Tracy Morgan was just, sitting in the chair, talking about it. It's I love Tracy Morgan. I thought he was funny in 30 Rock, but, I don't really care that he's sitting in a chair looking the old guy, telling the night before Christmas, telling me who the Giants are going to play next season. I'd rather a fun animation video or, something funny.
And instead, we get nothing. Yeah. But on the bright side, the graphic of the schedule release doesn't look that bad. I mean, it looks...
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it right now. It looks
yay! Woohoo. Anyways, all right, let's break it down. So I guess we'll start with... We'll go down the list. For those of you, since our listeners on Spotify they can't see the visual. So basically, Giants have 3 preseason games. Could be 2, actually, but by next season if Roger Goodell decides to go with the 2 preseason game route, but I won't dive into that too much. Giants have their preseason opener at home against the Lions, followed by trips to Houston and for the Texans, and then they come back home to face the Jets in their annual preseason game. Big whoop. No one cares.
Quickly before we're looking at the graphic right now, I don't like the graphic anymore because I just realized that the other end zone is the Jets. Jets in the other end zone. They couldn't find a picture where it was both Giants end zones. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? You couldn't find one picture when it was both Giants? You had to find Giants and Jets? Come on!
Isn't that the old-fashioned Giants one? No, it looks old-fashioned.
It looks old-fashioned, but it's not. But that's definitely for the Giants Jets game this year. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if you should point that out after the show. Go on to on Twitter and go to that tweet.
I'll tweet it right now.
But
replying to the Giants. Anyone else notice
That is terrible.
of the end zones in the picture says Jets?
I'm gonna ask your permission to borrow what you said
Go
later
ahead.
on my other show,
Take it.
because I didn't notice that till now. So I'm gonna just give you credit later.
Just give me credit. That's all I care about.
All right, perfect. But yeah, nice. So that's three things I did wrong: the uniforms, the graphic, and the terrible schedule release. So nice going, Giants. All right. So basically, yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, so week 1, they kick off against the Minnesota Vikings at home. So 2 home games in a row to start off 20 for the past couple of years. Last year they were at home against Dallas. They welcome in the Vikings this year. I think we thought that it's going to be an away game for the Giants. But NFL said, no, to celebrate your 100 season, we're going to have you at home. So perfect. And we get to welcome in JJ McCarthy. Yes. And then
I was so excited when I saw that. So excited because I remember fighting all the Giants. There was like this section of Giants fans that want to draft JJ McCarthy. I remember fighting them all day on Twitter. I cannot wait for week 1 where JJ McCarthy sucks and I am proven right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we talked about it, how it was going to be a reach if the Giants had to go to McCarthy at number 6. So it worked out for us, obviously, getting Malik Neighbors, and yeah, this is going to be a chance to embarrass him. I think we'll give our takeaways because I know you have more takeaways from the schedule, but just to sum up week 1, it's nice to know that we get to ruin someone's rookie debut or some rookie's debut to start off the season. So it does get even better because the next week we go to Washington, we get to ruin Jaden Daniels's. I'm not sure if the Commanders are playing at home in week 1, but we do get to go to Washington to, beat up on the Commanders like we usually do.
Oh no, it's their home opener. Yep, it's their home opener.
Nice. We get to ruin that too. Yeah. And then, you know what? I think we just give our takeaways now because as we give our takeaways, we're going to go through the schedule anyway. So you give me a takeaway. We'll take turns. What's one takeaway you have from the schedule?
The one takeaway I have is that the Giants are going to ruin Thanksgiving again because we're playing, 2 years in a row we've ruined holidays for me. So we're playing on Thanksgiving against Dallas in Dallas again. That's going to suck. But this is actually not a terribly hard schedule for the Giants. Like, I honestly think the Giants could squeak out 8 wins here.
Okay, I like that.
If everything goes right, the players develop the right way, if Daboll is able to coach the right way, and the quarterback play is average at best, the Giants could sneak out maybe 8 wins.
That ties in with mine because my first takeaway is this Giants team has disappointed us in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL was like, okay, we know you have a tough schedule. This is why we have you at home to start the year. This is why we give you 2 winnable games in Minnesota and Washington to start. This team better start 2-0. Otherwise, we can kiss our playoff dreams goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Because after Washington is the toughest stretch of games I've seen in a long time. You go to Cleveland, which I think is winnable.
I think it's winnable too.
To an extent, though, correct?
Yeah, it all depends on how Deshaun Watson plays the first 2 games of the season. If Deshaun Watson looks how he has the past 2 years in Cleveland, we could probably go into Cleveland and win.
Plus the health of Nick Chubb, plus their defense, plus Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, who I still can't believe is in Cleveland, but I digress. But yeah, it's a winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, Dallas at home on prime time.
Loss.
Go to Seattle.
Loss.
Cincinnati. They gave us Cincinnati on Sunday night.
Why are we playing Sunday Night Football against the Bengals? Why?
Because he's never
no better games week 6 than that. He's
never played us before. Oh, we're gonna wear those uniforms.
No, Burrow's played us before. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, it was a week after. All right, it was a week
Yeah,
after.
he's
Yeah,
never played us.
Jones got hurt that game. That's what it was.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, and then we got the Eagles.
It's Saquon's homecoming.
That's why is it 1:00? That's it's the Cincy Giants game and the Eagles Giants game time should be switched.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love playing the Eagles on Sunday Night Football either, but like I get there's more of a storyline there.
Yeah,
Monday night.
it would be more meaningful. But
Mhm.
why would I guess maybe that might be the main early game of the season, but I don't know. And after that, you have Pittsburgh on Monday night, which is
Toss up. I think it's a toss up because the defense is going to be an issue, but I think it's going to be a very defensive game. I think we don't know what Russell Wilson's going to do in Pittsburgh. He had a good year in Denver last year, but he's going to be able to replicate that. He's struggling. The Giants could sneak one out there.
okay. In terms of that stretch, if the Giants go like 3-3, I'm fine with it. Because you're gonna lose to Dallas, you're gonna lose to Seattle, you're gonna lose to Philly, but the point is, if you go 3-3, that's fine. But
I think 2-4 is your best case scenario during that stretch, but 3-3 would be elated because I think the only two winnable games are Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Maybe you squeak one out against Seattle if Geno Smith struggles, but I don't see that happening.
okay, so 4-4 then, not bad. That
At this point in the season, yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
Because you're still in the race for a playoff spot, maybe not the division, but a playoff spot nonetheless.
Yeah.
So if they can get through that, then after that things do get easier. You have the Commanders in Week 9 at home, which should be a win. You go to Germany to play the Panthers, and if you lose to the Carolina Panthers, I don't know what to tell you.
I saw that someone had the funniest tweet about Giants Panthers in Germany. Somebody tweeted out that Germany is still paying for the sins of World War I. This is the Treaty of Versailles still hurting the Germans. I almost pissed myself off laughing so hard.
They have a point. I mean, you send two of the worst teams in football.
Well, we sent Patriots Colts to them last year.
Even Brazil gets a better game than Germany. I tell you.
Like, wow. Germany loves football. They're getting screwed.
I know. Like they want to root for see good teams, and their reward is getting sent Giants and Panthers.
Germany was the one team that worked in NFL Europe. Now you're going to send over like the worst teams imaginable? No, send the good teams over there. You can actually, like, you want to build up London. Screw London, Germany. You have a shot at building a thing in. They like this.
Yeah, London's dead. I don't see London. London doesn't seem like the best place for games anymore. I don't see the hype behind it, but yeah, Munich, Germany, Giants and Panthers. In all seriousness, you gotta win that game. You don't win if you don't beat the those are so. Then after that, you have the bye week.
Just saying Germany.
Or just deport to like Japan or something. I don't know. Just don't lose to Carolina. You have the bye week, and then you have the Bucks at home. So nice to start. Come off the bye week. Staying at MetLife in the Buccaneers.
It's a
winnable game. We beat Baker Mayfield before. We could beat him again.
Awesome game. I think it's probably like a 3-point spread, probably to whichever team is hot at the time. But yeah,
I like that. And then we have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. It's a loss.
The Giants have ruined Christmas, and now they're going to ruin Thanksgiving the next year. Can we stop putting the Giants on holidays until they're good? I just want to enjoy the holiday. I don't want to watch the Giants.
They did ruin Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. They gave us hope on Christmas, though. They gave us hope, and then they
worse.
Yeah, they made it worse. It's like false hope, and then after that they have the Saints at home, winnable game. We could beat Derek Carr or Spencer Rattler. Who knows? Ravens, we beat him before. Probably gonna be a loss, but we beat him before.
I was at that game actually. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, see, we were Lamar Jackson's only NFC loss. He's never lost to a team in the NFC until he played us.
Dan Jones.
Yeah, see. And then we have the Falcons and Colts. 2 winnable games, 100%.
Easy win.
As long as Jones repeats what he did last or two years ago against the Colts, should be fine.
Or whoever was playing quarterback at that point.
Yeah, which is actually ties into. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna get to that in a second. The Jones, and then Week 18 against the Eagles,
which is winnable because who knows what the Eagles are going to be at that point?
There you go.
We saw last year, last game of the season, the Giants blew the Eagles out of the building, and if the Eagles have a season everyone's expecting to, the starters should be in that game.
I think that's the thing because, so after looking at the schedule myself, I don't know if you have or written down your total record prediction.
I kind of eyeballed it. I'll do it quickly.
Yeah, you're good. For me, I looked at it, and at the best, I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be, crazy optimistic because if I do that, I would say we're gonna go undefeated. But that's just for jokes and giggles. At the very best, this team is going 10-7.
Yeah, that's what I just counted.
10-7. But at the very worst, 7-10, because you better win the games So four games are guaranteed wins.
There's 4 guaranteed wins in this thing. Yes, and then which
are what? So the Vikings, the two Commanders
both
games,
the Commanders games, and then Panthers games,
and then Falcons,
Colts, Steelers, and Bucks are like toss-ups. Browns, I would throw Browns. Browns and Seahawks are leaning towards losses, but could be wins.
Yeah, so at the very worst, 7-10, because this team is gonna pull out a surprise win that will get them to seven wins, and then it's a toss-up from there on out. So, look, I love the fact we're starting at home again. Like I said earlier, let's ruin McCarthy's debut to the NFL. I want to see Deontay Banks and Justin Jefferson. That should be. I feel like the Giants-Vikings game may be the one of the. Well, all I'm gonna say is I hope they show it in California. They're probably not going to, but what I'm trying to say is
Sunday ticket.
I gotta spin.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. We're gonna get to so remind me after this segment. We got Jones and we got the Sunday ticket. You got me?
God, I'm not a student anymore, so I can't get really, really cheap discounts on that.
I got you. Stream East. I
meant legally.
I do got you legally. Don't worry, I got you. But yeah, I mean, for the Giants, let's ruin McCarthy's debut. Let's ruin Jaden Daniels' opener. Look, and the Giants do have a rough stretch from weeks 3 to 8. They do have a great chance to get back on track. Against the Commanders and the Panthers and the Buccaneers. But here's the thing. Can the Giants have a winning streak starting at week 14 against the Saints? Because if they can get through the Commanders, Panthers, and Bucks as we expect them to, yeah, they might lose to Dallas. However, that stretch where it starts with the Saints all the way to the Colts, that 4-game stretch is pivotal because if they can win 4 straight, they can head to Philadelphia in week 18. And if the Eagles have nothing to play for, and that's assuming the Giants do have a decent record, the Giants may already be have a playoff spot already. So maybe both sides don't have much to play for because we know the Eagles are going to be first place in the NFC East. It's just a matter of will they rest their starters. So, that 4-game stretch before the Eagles, that's the most pivotal stretch for me, along with the weeks 3 through 8, because they're all winnable games. The Saints, the Ravens, the Falcons, and the Colts. We've beaten the Ravens before. Not to say that's my reasoning why, but then again,
But I think this Giants roster is better than that Giants roster.
Oh, 100%. Defensively, for sure. Offensively, yeah, of course. So
besides quarterback, I would say offensively too, because Malik Neighbors is a legit wide receiver 1. You have Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson who could be legit, 2 and 3 receivers. You kind of lost Saquon, but you replaced him with a running back by committee that we're not going to know how good it is until we see it on the field.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible.
It may come down to week 18 again. I mean, last year didn't matter, but it hasn't mattered the past couple of years, but it may come down to week 18. in terms of making a playoff spot. Now, hopefully the Giants clinch a playoff spot before that, and they can rest their guys like they did 2 years ago. But you know, that 4 game stretch before the Eagles game, that's going to be pivotal, in my opinion. Can the Giants can they split the series between with Dallas and Philadelphia? That's going to make a big difference too in terms of their record because yes, they beat the Eagles last year once, but they got swept by Dallas again when they played Philadelphia on Christmas. Obviously, we know how that went. So can they split both series at the very least? That would be nice. We're obviously both looking forward to Saquon's return to MetLife. And I'm gonna end it with this: if the defense can replicate what they did in 2022. Now I'm not saying like okay, keep it 1-score games all the time, but I'm just saying if the defense can play at the level they did 2 years ago, despite with the new defensive coordinator, along with a competent offense, just you got to be competent. Okay,
A league average. We need league average.
exactly. This team could surprise some people. And I'm not trying to be over optimistic. I'm saying if the defense can just be elite and the offense just is average, like you just said, we could surprise some people. That's all I'm gonna say.
It'll be a tough team to play. I don't know if we're gonna make the playoffs, but like you won't see the Giants on the schedule. Oh, that's an automatic win. It's like, oh, that defense is actually kind of dangerous. They can steal a game.
Exactly.
In that Bills game, the Giants should have won that Bills game if they were better play calling.
We should have beat the Bills last year. We should have beat the Jets. If it not for
Graham Gano.
that son of a, I think we should have got a new kicker. Yeah. It's literally not just because of last year, but the man is old, and we signed to an extension for what? We signed to an extension, and Karma is a, to the point where
a female dog.
Yeah, and his first kick of the season was blocked. So
that changed the whole season. I'm convinced if the Giants don't have that field goal block, this whole season's different.
I'll one-up you by saying if Andrew Thomas wasn't called for that holding call.
Yeah, that's one too.
It's a very under. It's not acknowledged too much how pivotal that particular play was, because after that holding call, you had that fumble on the snap, or the misfiring of the snap by John Michael Schmitz, and then the missed field goal, and then everything went downhill.
The Giants were driving, like they were
moving the ball.
Very good, yeah. That first drive, I remember sitting in my town. I was like, where has this been all my life? Like this is really good, and then they missed the field goal, and then I had to leave.
After that, I just messed everything up. Should we? I think we might as well just keep it. Before we go to our third and final segment, I do want to also address the other NFL games on the schedule. I'm not sure if we might as well address it now, since we're on theme of schedules. Were there any games, primetime games or just games a game in general that stands out to you that you're looking forward to seeing this year?
There was a few. They have the Super Bowl rematch is a big one. I forgot it was week 1, but Stafford's returning to Detroit again in the first regular season game.
That's correct.
That's gonna be pretty cool. Bears Commanders are playing each other this year, so it's gonna be Jane Daniels versus Caleb Williams. How can you not love the 1 versus 2 kind of thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of. There's probably a few more I'm missing, but those are the big ones I had.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I had a few myself. Obviously, Ravens and Chiefs to kick off 2024. Not just because it's the first game, but it is the AFC Championship rematch, so that's gonna be fun to watch as well. Jets and Niners. Can Aaron Rodgers stay on the field for longer than 5 plays?
Aaron Rodgers has the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible,
which is what?
Tears Achilles again on Monday Night Football.
At Levi's too. They can't even use the MetLife excuse no more. Like literally, this Levi's too.
Like when I saw he was on Monday Night Football, I want to get him. Like every Jets fan is having such PTSD right now.
Oh my god! Yeah, I do hope he stays healthy though.
I do too, but I'm just like, if Aaron Rodgers returned again, it would be the funniest story of all time.
And another match I'm looking forward. This is late in the season, but Lions and Niners on Monday night on Week 17, NFC Championship rematch. Jared Goff getting paid. I think he got paid after our show on Monday. Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
Yeah. 12, 170 guaranteed.
Well deserved though.
We Well deserved, and Daniel Jones is no longer a top 10 paid quarterback in the league. He's number 11 now.
And hopefully he just keeps going down that list.
Hopefully he keeps flump. Well, hopefully he's not on that list at this time next year because he should be cut.
Correct. And then another game I have looking forward to as well. Kirk Cousins returning home to Minnesota. Falcons.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Falcons Vikings week 14, I believe. Is it week 14? I think it is. Week 14 is the return for Kirk Cousins to Minnesota as a Atlanta Falcon. Now, will he be the starter still by that time? We don't know, but we shall see.
I would figure.
Yeah.
I you just can't start Penix this season. I love Penix. I just think he needs a year to sit behind Cousins.
Fair enough to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Other than that, it's going to be a fun slate of games this year. Obviously, Ravens and Chiefs kick off the season, followed by Eagles and Packers in Brazil. Week 1, Rams and Lions on Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football will be the Jets and 49ers. And then I guess Monday Night Football, they're continuing the theme of doubleheaders. 2 games in 1.
Great.
Week. Yay. Don't know why they're doing that, but hey, we're not the schedule makers. Otherwise, if we were, we wouldn't schedule the Giants to have 5 primetime games.
Oh, no. The Giants would have 1.
Which would be what? If you had to choose, which one would you keep? Personally,
Monday night against the Steelers. I think the one we could win. Maybe Thursday against Dallas to get out of the way.
My heart wants to keep this Bengals one.
I don't know. I don't feel like getting embarrassed.
It can't be that bad, though. We could handle Cincinnati.
Can be, though.
Let's see. That's what, week 6?
Yeah.
So I'm saying we could handle Cincinnati on the assumption that we have a cornerback number 2.
Yeah.
If we don't.
Yeah, because
I know
will cover Chase, and then Phillips will be in the slot. So what? That'd be
flat on Higgins and Phillips against Burton, but Burton's fast.
Phillips is fast.
I forgot what 40. Okay, who cares? I don't want to play Dallas on prime time. I know how that goes.
I've watched too many Giants Cowboys games on prime time that I never want to see another one again.
Until we can beat them. And I don't mean like
not even that. I just don't want to see it again. No more primetime games against Dallas.
Okay. Well,
I'm scarred by listening to Carrie Underwood singing "I'm Waiting All Day for Sunday Night," and then the Giants getting absolutely railroaded by the Cowboys.
Sunday night, do.
Great song, but it gives me such traumatic experiences.
And I know it's been the same song for like years now, but it's still a bop to this day. I've been waiting.
Who the original singer was?
Yeah, it was. Oh my god! See, you put see now it's gonna look like I don't know her name, but I do. I know her. Oh man,
country singer. She's also a country singer.
She's also Caucasian.
Yes.
Not that it matters, but like I just don't know her name. Do you know it?
I know it's Faith Hill.
Yeah, good old Miss Hill. She's a legend.
She sings some good songs. She's got some good ones.
Let's see, Kevin says, "Can't wait for Seahawks and Giants. Let's get it on."
Let's go. Week 5.
It's in Seattle, isn't it?
It's in Seattle.
We did beat Seattle though. In Seattle, like years ago.
Colt McCoy.
Yeah, and Wayne Gallman. I miss Wayne Gallman.
Wayne. I'll never forget when the Giants were deciding to draft Saquon. My biggest argument was, no, the Giants need a quarterback. Wayne Gallman can be really good as a running back.
And
that was right.
Yeah, you weren't wrong. Like Wayne Gallman he's in the UFL, but I miss Wayne. I wish him nothing but the best. He's a good guy.
Great guy. Love him. Wayne Gallman, you're out there. Come on the pod.
I will try to see if I can. I'll probably slide into his DMs, not like that. But I love Wayne. Well, we could use him now. I'll tell you that much.
If Wayne Gallman was my running back right now, I'd be like, okay, Singletary and Wayne Gallman. That's we can work with this. We can work with this.
You know who I wish we still had? Who, if he wasn't injured, David Wilson.
I was just gonna say David Wilson. That would change so That would change so much Giants
For
history
real.
if David Wilson never gets hurt, because we drafted Wilson, what, 2013?
I believe
2011.
so. No, 2011. No, I think it was 2013 actually, because he wasn't on the roster the Super Bowl season.
I think we drafted him after that Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. You probably
Yeah, we drafted him in 2012. And then,
Oh,
okay, so 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. So he would be on his 5th year for that Packers game, and he was a pretty good running back. So the biggest problem with that game was the Giants had no run game to speak of because Paul Perkins was not a running back. So
I thought he was. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he
no,
was.
it's fine. But he proved it to me that game that he could not be that running back. If David Wilson's in that game, I think a lot goes differently in that Packers game. And then if the Giants still collapse the following year, we're not drafting Saquon Barkley. David Wilson is there.
You know who else was?
Guard.
You know who else was on the roster in 2013? Brandon Jacobs.
Oh yeah, he did weirdly come back for like a Monday night game, I think.
Yeah, he played.
He played like 4 games, right? Like at the tail end of the year because the Giants had no one.
He played 7 games, started one of them.
I think
He had 4 touchdowns.
I think Peyton Hillis was randomly on that team too.
He was.
Yeah.
So we had 4 running backs?
I think we had some injuries because Wilson only played 5 games in 2013.
Andre Brown was hurt. That's why. Because Andre Brown played 8 games.
Yeah.
He was a power back.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, he's 37.
Jeez. Remember Wilson was trying to get to the Olympics. I wonder if he ever went.
That neck injury though.
Neck injury is just a killer.
Man, I love Wilson. He was fast. Remember that kick return he did?
Yes, against the Saints. Do you remember the game against the Browns he had? We did the flip in the end zone.
Yeah. I gotta find that clip, but I know what you're saying. Such an athletic guy. If only he stayed healthy.
He was trying to be a long jump, no, a triple jumper in the Olympics.
He could have done it.
He finished in the 2015. He reached the finals in the 2015 Adidas Grand Prix and finished in 9th after jumping 14.66 meters. I don't know how many feet that is, but
Sounds impressive to me.
all right. So,
oh man,
45 feet.
Jeez. He could have. Man, I just wish he was in the NFL still.
Same.
We could reminisce. We should start doing that in the sense of off-season stuff.
Good segment, yeah.
Reminisce about past teams.
Old Giants we missed.
Remember when we thought Ruben Randall was going to be good?
Love Ruben Randall.
Me too.
He played like 5 years for the Giants, went to the Eagles, got cut, and never played again.
Ruben Randall. Who's that one receiver? Remember Roger Lewis caught that one pass?
Yes, Roger Lewis caught that one pass. Was he against like the Chiefs or something?
Yeah. One time he caught it, and then I think was he down? No, he wasn't. No, he was.
No, he's in downs.
He was inbounds, but was he down?
I think so.
Dang. So we kicked the field goal then. Okay. I thought when he walked in the end zone, I was like, okay, and our game over, but I guess we have to kick a field goal. But he's a memorable name. Okay, before we even go off, yeah, we will do that. I promise you guys, we will do a reminiscence of past rosters. But okay, so we go to third down, our third and final segment of the day. Third down presented by Righteous Hill and Jerky. Use the code BELLYUP for 50% off your order. Great snacks to have in your pantry, and they're a great sponsor for it, not just us with Belly Up Sports. So also shout out to them for sponsoring our last segment, also known as Third Down, which may not be the final segment because we always go for it on fourth down anyways. So Giants, John Mara once said that he would be in his grave before the Giants would be on Hard Knocks. He was wrong to an extent. I've said that a lot today, but I had to because to an extent makes sense when it comes to this Hard Knocks thing because, as Brian mentioned at the beginning, the Giants will be on Hard Knocks, but in a different way. And Brian, how about you explain to our audience why that is the case?
Yeah, so normally with Hard Knocks, it's like the preseason. You see camp, you see the preseason games. They're not doing that with the Giants this year. What they are instead doing is season with the New York Giants. So you're going to see free agency, how they drafted. You're going to see the behind the scenes of how a general manager and a scout staff and a coaching staff works, rather than what an NFL team does. Which, for football nerds like us, that's really cool. But with Hard Knocks, I could grab someone who'd never watched football, and I could sit them down for a Hard Knocks, and they could get behind the storylines of the players. They can get invested in the players' lives. I don't know if you can bring in that person and have them sit and get behind what the general manager's doing, because it seems like it's be very football, very inside football type thing, and not like a human interest type thing. Still very excited to watch it as someone who's played hours and hours of Madden franchise mode. I just don't know if it translates to the general audience like Hard Knocks was able to.
Which I completely understand where you're coming from, because it's like, okay, do people really want to know what goes on in the front office? Probably not. They want to see the players in training camp like they usually, and that's the best thing, because the NFL, they're not just going to do this Hard Knocks the off season, but they will still their original training camp version, which we don't know who's going to be, which team that will be. Wait,
division. They might do 4 teams this year.
Really?
Yeah, that was a rumor I heard. I don't know if that's actually what they're going to do, but that's something I heard they could do. They're trying to change up Hard Knocks a little bit.
Ooh, that's a good question. Which division would you think I would choose if I had to choose? What would I choose?
I'm trying to think of the AFC North would be kind of AFC South, maybe.
True. I was gonna say for sure not the NFC South.
No, God. I mean, that would be funny. I get some good laughs out of that one.
It can't be the NFC East for sure, because they can't have the Giants twice.
They won't do it. Mara won't do it.
He should do it. If I was the owner, I'd do it.
I'm not saying he should, but Mara sees it as a distraction, and Mara is.
The Jets did it, so it makes us look like freaking wussies.
Mara does everything. Mara's the reason we don't have cheerleaders. The reason we're not going to be on Hard Knocks.
That's the one thing I always wondered. Why don't we have cheerleaders?
John Mara hates the idea of cheerleaders.
Well, that's why we suck. Because you see Dallas has cheerleaders. Look at them. Jeez. Just get a few cheerleaders, man.
A little kid growing up would have loved some New York Giants cheerleaders.
It would have made the games more appealing. Growing up. But yeah, I want to say this though. Did you have any more points about Hard Knocks before? Because I want to mention something. I'm not sure.
I mean, just it's gonna be cool to see Joe Shane operate. Maybe we'll see the Patriots and what that deal actually was, and see what draft day really is, not what the movie depicted it as, stuff like that.
I love how Joe talks. Yeah. Him and Dapes, they're soothing.
They're a good group. They really are.
They're like the first GM coach duo I really love. I've never loved a duo like that until they came along. I never messed with Gettleman.
I love Coughlin, but I didn't really care about Jerry Reese. I didn't hate him, but I also didn't love him at the same time. It was all right, there's better options, but he's fine doing what he's doing. I'm not gonna rock the boat here.
He doesn't like Jerry Reese doesn't give me the vibe that Joe Shane does.
No,
Shane gives me an aura.
We're too young for Ernie Accorsi, but I think we probably would have liked him.
He did help us get Eli.
Ernie
right?
He drafted Eli. Originally wanted to draft Ben Roethlisberger, but he had to draft Eli instead.
Thank God.
Yeah, Roethlisberger would have flamed out in New York.
Actually, that's disgusting. Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback for the Giants. Oh, hell no!
All the scandals he had off the field, he would have flamed out.
The media would have killed him.
The media would have murdered him.
Thank God for Eli being as quiet as he was.
Church man. Put his head down, went to work. Loved it. Had that one sports media memorabilia scandal that kind of got swept under the rug, but other than that, he was fine.
He was just fine to us.
Yep.
Did you notice that we should have known the Giants were going to be on Hard Knocks a while ago? Because you've seen it before. You know how on YouTube the Giants have the Giants Life, the process.
Yeah, I love that show.
It always comes out in like February or March.
You're right. Yeah.
They didn't release any because I was watching it yesterday. I don't know why I was watching last year's version because I wanted to.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, reminiscing per se.
Of course, yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute, when was it released? And I checked the date, and I was like March, and I was like, so why didn't they release anything this year? And the year before that, they released it in January, I think, or something like that. I forgot. But I was just like, that makes sense that they didn't release anything this year.
Yeah, I
Because
figured I
of
just
Hard
missed
Knocks.
it because of like college and everything. I figured like, oh, I just missed it. Like when I get back, like I'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, now that you pointed out, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Damn. Huh.
I mean, honestly, I think the whole concept's a win-win. I mean, John Mara is sort of going to get his wish about not being a distraction because it's the offseason. No one gives a crap about. There's no distractions in the offseason.
Yeah, like it was basically doing the same thing of Giants Life, only instead of it going on a Giants YouTube, it'll be on HBO Max.
Yeah, which I still got to pay for. Damn. Speaking about payments, well, actually, we'll get to that after I want to talk about. Is there a topic that you hope that's covered during the Hard Knocks 5-part series? For me, it's
draft.
Draft.
There's like the draft. I want to see if A, any teams try to trade up with us, or B, what did we try to trade up? Like did we call Chicago? Did we call Washington? I know we called the Patriots. I know what that trade offer was. I heard that through the grapevines. It's not good because Drake May does not look like a good quarterback. Have you seen Drake May throw?
No.
Go watch him throw. It's horrific.
I was going to say my topic I hope that's covered is the whole Dable Wink drama because that was in January.
Ooh, yeah. I forgot about that.
January. So, fun fact. I love Twitter. So the Niners are favored to win every game this year because Twitter has like so much great information.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots and the Panthers are favored to win none of the games they play this year.
The Patriots are favored to win none?
None. So a great thing that you mentioned Drake May because let's see. Well, he's a loyal guy. See him throw like what the Patriots?
Yeah, watch him throw in camp. It's bad. Arm release. We were me and my buddy, shout out Ryan. We were sitting in the we were standing on line to walk onto the stage for graduation. We need his phone out and we're watching Drake May throw, and we're like, this is some of the worst throw we've ever seen in our lives. It's something weird with his wrist. The way he releases the ball is so slow, it's not going to work in the NFL.
Oh, God, what the?
Yeah, see, that was our reaction. That was our exact reaction. My buddy, who's a Patriots fan, wanted to jump off the building. He almost hit a walk across the stage for his diploma. He's like, no.
What is that? We try to trade up for that? Oh, we just dodged a bullet. It's like getting shot from like inches away and some of that bullet just misses. Holy crap, that's terrible.
Rod Mayo after the first practice said he's got a lot to work on. I'm like, oh,
no wonder they drafted Joe Milton.
Yeah, no wonder they drafted two quarterbacks. He's not going to work.
Oh, wow. That's... Wow. I can't wait to clip this up because I'm putting that video in there. Holy crap. Wow. That is outrageously bad. What? It's natural though. Like when you throw it, it's for us. It's natural. You get the ball, you take it, and you sling it. This guy goes like a
knuckleball.
This ain't baseball too. You're playing the wrong sport if that's the case. He's playing the wrong sport. It really is. But wow, that we dodged a bullet. Thank God. You know,
told you.
This makes me.
I was supposed to say I was right. We were right about Drake May the entire time.
That is true. Y'all gotta look at our previous episodes, man. We did not like Drake May.
That was in November. I said no to Drake May back then.
And that does not change now. And see, and I even though I did say I didn't, whoever the Giants decided to get this year's draft, I didn't mind because I understand. I trust Joe Shane. But after seeing him throw, I'm not gonna lie, Shane. Thank God the Patriots said no.
Now imagine that and giving up 3 first-round picks for it.
Our whole future would be screwed. Basically, the draft day movie, but we don't get our picks back.
It'd be the draft day movie, but Bo Callahan like tears his Achilles like first day of training camp and never plays football again.
Oh man. Yes. Wow, that's terrible. Thank God you brought that up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. People question why the Giants were chosen to be on Hard Knocks, anyways. For multiple reasons. Obviously, there's a possibility we'll see the Wig Martindale drama. Maybe was there other drama with the Bobby Johnson, the O-line coach, getting fired, or was there any discussion with Mike Kafka leaving? We know about Saquon and McKinney leaving for somewhere else. Maybe we'll see if the Giants front office actually tried to convince both of them to come back, and at what capacity they did to do so. The Brian Burns trade, the free agency signings they made, will hopefully they dive into that as well, and then the draft process, which is something they will likely cover in Hard Knocks. Now, one important point that we need to bring up is the fact that the Giants are still going to roll with Daniel Jones. And I want to give you all a preview, barring anything that happens within the next 3 days. Monday will be strictly a Daniel Jones episode, because me and Brian, we're going to have a lot of fun trying to the rise and fall of the quarterback. And if there's any way of saving him, but we'll save that for Monday. I'm very excited, Brian. I really am. Nope. Okay.
I'm excited for it, but there's no way of saving him.
Maybe we'll find something. We'll find something.
Hell of a good ice water.
There was a great point made on ESPN by Dan Graziano, who I like. He was asked this question: if Daniel Jones struggles in the first half of the season, could he get benched to protect the money guaranteed for injury in 2025? And immediately, the first thing I thought of was Russell Wilson. I was like, oh, here we go again. Because as we all know, Russell Wilson was benched late in the year last year to protect him from paying him the injury guarantee. And that's the thing, because I'll give you all some specifics. For 2024, Jones has a guaranteed $36 million coming his way. But it does get interesting in 2025, because in 2025, he is scheduled to earn $30 million. But out of that $30 million, 23 of it is guaranteed against injury. That means, because y'all want simple English just like the rest of us, if he does get injured in 2024, the Giants will be in charge of paying him $23 million guaranteed. What the heck does that mean? I tell you, if Jones does not play well to start 2024 and the Giants say, okay, we're already out of it already, we do have Drew Lock just in case, along with Tommy DeVito, they could bench Jones during the season to avoid getting stuck with that $23 million that he's owed in 2025. And it's not out of the question anyways, because Drew Lock's a solid quarterback. He could get the job done, maybe even better than what Jones performs, if he does underperform. Jones does to start 2024 and beyond. Look, we don't know what his future is, but if he does play terribly in 2024, I don't see a scenario in which Jones is a starting quarterback in 2025, either for the Giants or for any NFL team in general. So, yeah. You brought up Jones earlier, and the reason why I brought up this whole 1 minute speech is because this is a big year. And the last thing that we want to do, Brian, is pay this guy $23 million next season. And the only way we can do that, or make sure of that, is that he does not get hurt. So, when would you pull the trigger to bench him? It could be a certain week, a certain game, a certain scenario.
I would say I would bench him when the Giants were most likely out of contention. When it's like, all right, there's no real shot this team is going to go to the playoffs. Pull Jones.
Am I crazy to say if we start 0-2, bench him right away? because those first two games are easy to the point where you cannot lose. Because how can you expect to beat the Browns and the Cowboys and the Bengals of the world when you can't even beat the Commanders and the Vikings who have rookie quarterbacks, and you will, if you lose to them, you will likely have been outplayed by them.
Yeah.
And by that time, after week 2, if you go start 0-2, Drew Lock's name is going to be called a lot.
Mm-hmm. And DeVito's name.
That is true, especially DeVito because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, because like we might not think DeVito is the future of this team, but I still love Tommy DeVito. I think he's hilarious. I if he's the starting quarterback next year, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, okay, this is fun.
As the bridge guy too.
Exactly. Like, okay, this is a future. Like this is very clearly a transition year. Let's have some fun.
Exactly. Think I should do Sanders next year. But yeah, honestly, look, this year's big, and we'll dive all to Daniel Jones stuff on Monday. But the point is, that's a lot of money that you owe to a quarterback who has been underwhelming. I would say even in 2022 when we made the playoffs, he was a bit underwhelming statistically. 2023 was just when we saw the performance really just decline. Mm-hmm. So, but no excuses. You have a legit receiver, number one. You have the best offensive line he's ever had. Yeah. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
You have a defense that will give you the football. They were number one in takeaways last year, the Giants were. So.
It's the most complete roster he's had.
And we're not saying like
they're gone.
Yeah, and we're not saying like, oh, this team is gonna do something. We're saying like this team is just like it's complete enough that you can't stink up the joint. Otherwise,
there's no excuse. Like if he like is bad, you can't be like, well, he doesn't have a receiver one. Well, no, he does. Well, the defense is bad. No. Well, there's no running game. No, there is.
There's a committee.
He doesn't have time to throw. Well, he should.
He has bad coaches. No, he does. He has Kafka and Dable. Like, they're not bad coaches.
Yeah. They won 3 games with Tommy DeVito last year. Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, he probably missed Saquon. Well, yeah, but, like, when Saquon was here, they didn't win anyways. Just get it done, Jones. Please, just for the love of God. You have all the resources. You have all the answers to the test. Just don't mess this up. And I can't wait for Monday. I really am. I'm really excited to see just how everything just fell apart. And it could be, I know you'll bring up the mental stuff, like the mental standpoint of, I forgot what you said last time on Monday. Shell shocked. Yes, that's correct. Thank you. But yeah, that's all for Jones. Ready for a fourth down? Because we're gonna go for it anyways, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So we're not just gonna do Weddle, but we do want to bring up. Why do we have to pay for stuff? Oh man, back when we were kids, man, we used to like watch games on cable.
Yeah, I miss cable a lot right now.
Me too. I live in California, so I can't watch the Giants games.
I used to love streaming. Like I used to be a big cut the cord kind of guy, but now I'm like, okay, we've gone too far this way. We gotta go back a little bit. Not everybody needs a streaming service, okay? Not everyone needs one. Fox, you don't need one.
Let's count them up.
CBS, you don't. All right, so there's CBS, HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Peacock, Amazon Prime. 8 right there, and I know I'm missing one.
Hulu? No, you said Hulu. Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock.
Max, I said.
You said Amazon too. That may be it.
That might be it. Yeah, those are the major ones.
Sunday ticket.
YouTube TV. There it is.
Yeah. Okay, here's the deal. The reason why I brought that up is because Netflix will be in charge of 2 Christmas games this year. So if you want to watch the NFL Christmas games, you can't watch them on Fox. You can't watch them on CBS. You can't even watch them on Peacock. You got to watch it on Netflix. Yay! Guess what? So we got to pay $300 for Sunday ticket. We got to pay for Peacock. We got to pay for Paramount Plus because, well, not really.
I mean, if you have ticket, you already need. Actually, no, you do because you got to watch local. You can't watch local games on ticket, so you need Peacock. You need Hulu. You need for the live TV stuff. Unless you do like the whole YouTube TV package, so you can just get the live games.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, Brian, whatever we get paid from this whole podcast stuff, we're gonna put it towards Sunday ticket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I hate Netflix.
I do too.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. Well, I guess I'm not watching any Christmas games this year. I'll tell you that much. No, sirree, not over here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, let's go to our favorite game of the day, which is Weddle. I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
You know how last time we said it was Cooper Cup?
Yeah.
It was not Cooper Cup.
It wasn't?
No. I will show you. All right, for those of you still on the YouTube, we did a Weddle on Monday. We thought the guesses were Jacoby Myers, Adam Thielen, and AJ Brown.
Oh, we ran out of guesses.
We have 4 guesses left. I don't understand why it's not Cooper Cup. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to solve this one first to get Mondays out of the way, because I guarantee you it's a new one today. But apparently it is not Cooper Cup. Monday was not Cooper Cup.
All right.
So Monday's Weddle, even though we're doing it on a Thursday, is a receiver who is 6'3", under the age of
North.
He's actually 28 years old, and he wears a number between 12 and 17. He's in the AFC West. Wait a minute. What?
All right, that's weird.
I thought
This might be today. Refresh this page.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, here we go. Let's just refresh. False alarm, boys and girls.
That's what happened.
Monday was Cooper Cup. See, Weddle'll just be tripping. So we know it's a receiver in the AFC West. So let's go with.
He wasn't in a Raider, was he?
We put Myers, so he's not a Raider. So the Chief, Bronco, or a Charger. I'll go Palmer to start.
Yeah.
Wow, that was terrible. He was number 5. Okay. He's either a Chief or a Bronco.
Broncos have left at wide receiver.
Not Sutton.
No.
Can't be Tim Patrick. Chiefs?
Chiefs. Kadarius Toney. Yeah, I'm like, no way.
No way. Yeah.
He's older than 25, over 6 feet, and his number is less than 19, but more than 5. And he's not a Chief.
So he has to be a Bronco.
Bronco, yeah. He's gone. It was Cortland Sutton the other day. I don't think they would do Cortland Sutton again.
Just to make sure, right?
Yeah, give it a shot. I'd be pretty upset if it was. That's stupid. Cortland Sutton like 2 weeks ago.
He's number 14. Do they have defense on here? You said we had Cortland weeks ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago it was Cortland Sutton.
Fuck it. We'll do a hard one real quick. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's do one more. Right. So apparently this one has defense.
Let's go Brian Burns then.
Okay, see, between the numbers he wears between jersey number between 1 and 2.
Under 26 years old.
1
Not,
and 2.
he's not a giant. He's not. He's an AFC guy.
He's not a linebacker. 1 or 2. In the AFC, huh?
Tan. AFC
Ooh,
West.
very
Older.
close.
He's
Number
one.
1.
He's number one.
Okay, where's number 1 in the AFC?
Linebacker on defensive back, so he has to be a defensive end or defensive tackle. DB.
True. But DB's the defensive ends and tackles are nowhere number 1, huh?
Yeah, number one. So he's got to be a corner then.
He's 25 years old too. It can't be a corner either, huh? Because they said because Surtain's a DB. Damn.
Yeah. Shoot. What position does he play then?
Safe? No. Could it be offense again?
Oh yeah, it could be offense again. Receiver then.
Damn it.
Okay.
That was Tua. Fuck.
He's an offense in the AFC South or AFC North. We're number 1. He's under 25 years old.
He's short. He's short.
He's 6 feet. He's at least 6 feet. Actually, probably under that.
Yeah, actually under for sure. Because if he was 6 feet or 5'11", they would have that yellow thing on the height. But now he's like 5'10", then 5'9", 5'10".
Really short wide receiver, a speedy wide receiver who plays slot, who's number 1 on those teams.
Damn, this is tough. Got 10 guesses too.
Tank Dell's number 0. Tank Dell's older than that. But Tank Dell 25. No, he wears 0. Nico Collins wears 10. Pittman wears 11.
I think
He's got something. Things cooking, boys. Damn, nice.
I knew it. I was thinking, it's oh man. Okay, not too bad. Travis Etienne Jr., the running back from Jacksonville.
That's how we average. That's not what we average, so we're good.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He wears number 1. He's in the AFC South. He's not that tall. Running back. That makes sense. Okay, so from now on, if we do Weddle, we'll do the hard ones instead of the easy. Others will get like the same player all the time. Okay, let's see. Anything else you need to break down? Other than that, I think that's it for episode 11. It was a long one, but considering the fact that our team disappointed us in 3 ways today, it was needed. So, sneak peek for Monday. Like I said, a big Daniel Jones episode. It's going to be very research driven. We'll be very prepared for it and hopefully very informative. How long it will take, I do not know. But like I said, barring anything happening within the next 3 days, whether in the Giants or in the NFL as a whole, it will be just strictly a Daniel Jones episode. So yeah, we'll come in, go live, lock in on Monday, right away, get to Jones and discuss how he rose and fell.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of things discussed today. If you guys missed out, we talked about the Giants' ugly uniform that they released today, which will be correctly, I confirmed, worn up to 2 times this year. So not at least 2, good. Up to 2.
Good.
One of them being week 1, most likely, but we
talked about week 1 and we'll never see him again.
Never again. They're regretting it. I know it.
Social media.
Talked about the schedule release today as well for the Giants and the NFL as a whole. Talked about Hard Knocks, so I'm excited for that one. And then, other than that, that is all we got for you folks. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. YouTube is growing. So shout out to you guys for giving us support on that. We're trying to release videos every day, whether it's clips or full episodes from the show. So check us out. The channel Nate Productions, as you can see on YouTube, on the left corner of the stream. Nate Productions is the channel. You'll find everything 3rd and 10 related and also my other podcast. I'm a part of Pagan Out podcast. That's the other show I host on Tuesday, specifically with Kevin Wilson, senior writer for Belly Up Sports. But this is the main podcast that we're focused on, bringing you NFL and Giants coverage every week, twice a week. So, yeah. Anything else for us, Brian? You want to let the audience know, or should we?
Go Rangers. That's it. Go
Oh
Rangers. Big game 6 tonight.
yeah.
So go Rangers. Close out in Carolina, boys. That's
Don't blow it.
all I'm gonna say.
Please don't blow it. Oh,
Don't blow it.
Don't blow it. And then I go Knicks. Let's end
Go
it
Knicks.
tomorrow.
Huge win last night. Let's go.
Let's do it. But yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you so much for watching and listening.